Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Thursday, December 4th, NBA basketball. I'd say NBA and college, but not a college game on the board. Is extremely light that we're going to be in. So just the 5 NBA games we're going to go through. If you've been here before or first time joining our show, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All of our shows on YouTube brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outliers. 7-day free trial of it is available in the comment section of this show here and is also on our YouTube channel page and private Discord channel available. If you want to get all of our bets early, you can do so in our Discord, get our unit sizes and everything that we really like. And plus multiple cappers throwing down some bets here and there as well. So you get bonus material all over the place. You can check that out on the Discord channel. Link is on the comment section and the YouTube channel page. All right, let's get going. 5 NBA games total. Like I said, light day basketball-wise, period. And then we will have a separate NFL show as well as we'll go through the Thursday night football game. So a couple games at 7 o'clock Eastern. We'll get started with the Warriors and the 76ers. I can't even talk. How about 76ers favored by 3.5? No Steph Curry on this road trip. So we're going to see what the Warriors can put together here. 76ers, like I said, 3.5-point favorite, 223 total here. When's the last time you've seen a 76ers total in the 220s? That's called Warriors basketball, the way they're kind of going at the moment here. So this particular game here should be pretty interesting to see what the Warriors can come up with. Joel Embiid, game time, everybody's a freaking game time decision once again. Like I said, no Steph. That is the one thing that we know for sure. And then we've got Quentin Post, game time decision, Kuminga, game time decision, Al Horford, game time decision. For the 76ers, Oubre's out, and then Grimes, Paul George, Joel Embiid, game time decisions, and their youngster Trendon Watford also is out. So injury bug it is aplenty in this one here. So this game for us, just home team basically, because we're getting the home team for less than 5. 76ers -1 in the first quarter, 2 in the 2.5 first half, 3.5 for the game. Will Richard under 3.5 rebounds for the Warriors. Moses Moody for the Warriors under 12.5 points. Bona for the 76ers under 5.5 rebounds. Draymond Green under 10.5 points. Draymond Green under 24.5 par points, assists, rebounds combined. VJ Edgecombe 15 plus points and assists combined. Will Richard 1+ turnover, and Peyton for the Warriors under 2.5 assists. So in that one there, like I said, I don't know. We're probably not going to see a ton of scoring. 76ers have been lighting it up, and then all of a sudden the Warriors come to town, right? And it's going to be, nothing like that, right? But kind of the way it goes at the moment. I do expect the 76ers to get this win, even though they're only 500 at home. But the Warriors are even worse on the road. So we'll take, like I said, we like the 76ers this one. I think we got a winner there with that one. We'll get on to the next 7 o'clock Eastern time frame. This one's a little difficult. Wizards and the Celtics, Wizards at home, getting 9.5 here. So it's hard just to lay points with the Celtics. I think is the biggest thing here is what makes this game a little bit hard. Because that they're going to have a half or a quarter and a half where they cannot shoot because they're going to take like 75 threes and miss. So where do you really where do you really feel confident in this game? And the Wizards all of a sudden, got a win against the Bucks. So, man, what are we going to do? The Wizards up to 3 whole wins, 2 of those coming at home. And the Celtics are only 500 at road. Now, the Celtics did get a nice road win against the Cavs here recently, but that was in a game I think the Cavs have really started to struggle, as we kind of saw last night with the Trailblazers. So this one here, like I said, it was a little bit more difficult. We do like the Celtics, in this particular game here. It's just our main concern in this game with covering is going to be if the Celtics can shoot the ball decently throughout the game and not have a cold quarter and a half. All right, so let's give you all the bets here in this Celtics game. Celtics minus 2.5 first quarter, 4.5 first half, 9 for the game. Sam Hauser, 4+ rebounds. Derek White, under 32.5 par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Also, Derek White, under 27.5 points and assists combined. And Derek White, under 6.5 assists. Derek White might put up 22, he might put up 20+ points in this game, but he has not been a big assist guy so far this season. Champagne, under 0.5 3. Pretty sizable plus money on this one as well. Hauser under 2.5 threes. CJ McCollum's been hot at home, 3+ 3-pointers made in this one there. Like I said, the only concern we really had in that game overall was I think the Celtics win. The question is, do they cover? And, you're going to need to play a pretty solid 3.5 quarters in order to beat the Wizards by 9+. But should be able to get that one done and get us a victory. Then we'll move on to 7:30 Eastern time frame. Lakers, Raptors. So let's just get the big news out of the way in this one. No Luka. He is out for this game. It is in Toronto. Jacob Podol also out. RJ Barrett also out. Marcus Smart almost out. So we got a few guys, but obviously the big piece that's missing is Luka. He is out for the game. So Austin Reeves, LeBron James, what are they going to be able to do? By the way, the player props on Austin Reeves have just absolutely skyrocketed. The one nice thing you can say here is the Lakers have probably been better on the road than at home. They are 8-2 on the road. Raptors have been really good at home, 8-2 there. Raptors favored by 1.5 to 28.5 total in this one here as well. We do like the Raptors just because they are at home. They have played well there. Even though the Lakers have been pretty good on the road, a lot of those teams on the road were like the Jazz, some of the lower end teams. So the Raptors have proven themselves to be one of the upper echelon East teams so far for this season. I like the Raptors in this spot with no Luka. Austin Reeves was doing a lot by himself with no Luka earlier, but there was no LeBron. So I know LeBron's going to want to get involved here as well. But the odds were, the way the odds set up, it was better to take the money line than laying the 1.5 because the juice difference was negligible. So Raptors money line first quarter, first half, and for the game. LeBron under 14.5 rebounds and assists combined. Brandon Ingram, 6+ rebounds. Grady Dick, 1+ steal and block combined. Reeves under 13.5 rebounds and assists combined. That's the only one we took on Reeves, just worried about how much he's going to see. Gabe Vincent under 2.5 field goals. Scotty Barnes, we love Scotty Barnes, but 3+ turnovers has been cashing like an ATM. And then Scotty Barnes for 35+ par, points, assists, rebounds combined in that one. Should be a banner game of the night, we believe. Between the Lakers and the Raptors. So excited to see that matchup in Toronto. Next game up, Jazz, Nets. Jazz laying 4.5 on the road, 231.5 total. So what's wrong with that picture? Jazz are 1-7 on the road. Nets are 1-9 at home. Nets just come off another win. I mean, let's give the Nets some credit here. I mean, they beat Chicago at Chicago. How the Bulls that were so hot at the start of the season all of a sudden can't hit nothing. I'm telling you, Josh Giddey needs to figure out how to score 30 a game, and everything seems to work. But no, I like I said, the Bulls have been a mystery over the last few weeks after the way they started off so hot. What they're doing is playing like we expected them to play. Honestly, so it shouldn't be too much of a mystery, but when you handicap them at the start of the season, they're kind of playing the last few weeks like we expected them to play pretty much the all season. We just got surprised the first couple weeks of the season in that one. Jazz, it's a tough lay here, laying the 4.5 on the road. They do have a lot more offensive pieces, though, than what the Nets have. So we rolled with the Jazz here, minus 1.5 first quarter, 2.5 first half, 4.5 for the game. Their best player all season long has been Keontae George. 33 plus par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Lauri Markkanen, who we also love, 29 plus points and assists combined. Keontae George, 6 plus points in the first quarter. And Michael Porter, who's been a scoring sensation going over to Brooklyn, but under 7.5 rebounds. Isaiah Collier, 13 plus points and assists. And Zaire Williams, 4 plus rebounds in that one. And then I think we're finishing up the night here is what we're doing. 8 o'clock Eastern time frame. T-Wolves at the Pelicans, right? Everybody, Pelicans, all of a sudden, they're up to 3-19 with 2-10 at home. Man, I tell you what, that future first-round pick they got is going to just come back and bite them in the booty. Herbert Jones, Jordan Poole, Zion, and Missy all out for the Pelicans. T-Wolves at full health. This game, they just played on on December 2nd, so Tuesday. T-Wolves had to go to overtime in order to beat the Pelicans. We scaved out of that one when they were plus 9.5 as they only lost by 7. Now they're getting 11.5 here. I don't understand. Normally it's really hard to beat those teams on back-to-back games when they just saw them in the last day or two. So I'm a little confused by the line here, but there's no way we couldn't take the Pelicans plus 11.5. Just expect them to keep this game somewhat close. Minnesota, once again, did exactly what they've done in previous games. They just seem to toy with their food, and all of a sudden, late third, fourth quarter, they make a huge run. That's how they got that game tied, because the Pelicans were well in control of that game till that point. And then it went to overtime, and they kind of took over there. They were up 10 at one point in OT, and the Pelicans got a bucket to get that thing to cover. But we like the Pelicans in this spot getting plus the points. So let's give you all the plays in this one to finish up the night. Pelicans plus 3.5 in the first quarter, 6.5 in the first half, 11.5 for the game. Alvarado for the Pelicans, 14 plus points and assists combined. Ant-Man for 4 plus threes. He's been in fuego scoring the ball as of late. Jeremiah Fears, 15 plus points. Ant-Man for 40 plus par, points, assists, rebounds combined. Ant-Man 5 plus rebounds. Now that bet he's actually cashed that bet quite a bit as of late, but he needed OT to get that one in the last one, but maybe he gets the 5 a little earlier. Peavy for the Pelicans, 8 plus points. And then we're also going to go back to Alvarado again for 3 plus rebounds. If you can get him over 16.5 par, points, assists, rebounds, was really finding a lot of 17.5s. But at 16.5, we definitely play. I just didn't want to give the extra one to the book on that one. All right, that's going to be our rundown of the NBA or basketball total for us on December 4th. If you like the content you're seeing here, make sure you give us a follow, subscribe, share it with a friend, turn notifications on, leave a comment, like the episode. All of that stuff I just mentioned doesn't cost you a penny to do so. Just shows a lot of love for the creators. We greatly appreciate it. All of our shows brought to you by the world's #1 sports betting app, Outlier. 7-day free trial in the comment section and also on our YouTube channel page. You'll get a link right to that 7-day free trial. Make sure you check that out. Outlier's so sure you're going to love the app. They're going to give you 7 days for free. If you want the betting edge, where the money's coming in on the books, trends that are going on, stuff that hits at 60, 70, 80+%, you can get all that in Outlier and Odd Shop from all the books that you're a part of. To get you the best odds for the bet that you like. All of that can be done through Outlier. Also, private Discord channel is available for you as well. The link's in the comments section as well as the YouTube channel page. Join a couple 100+ members that love doing the same thing that you do. That's called sports wagering. All you have to do is click on that link. That'll get you right in there, and we'll get you hooked up with all of our bets, unit sizes, all that kind of fun stuff. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode.